Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy to be back on here. Today, as you guys read on the title down below, we're going to be discussing my personal experience buying my first ever YSL handbag at Rodeo Drive in Beverly Hills. So without further ado, let's just jump right into it. Okay, so before we go ahead and get into this video, I want to let you guys know how I came about buying my first YSL handbag. First of all, before I ever stepped foot into a YSL store, I went ahead and did my research online, and I looked at different styles of handbags to see what type of style I kind of wanted, or just to kind of get a general idea of the kind of bag that I was looking for to begin with. So for starters, I did went online to YSL. I also went ahead and checked out different stores like the Real, which is basically a consignment store. So on there they have authentic luxury designer items, and I found one YSL bag that I actually fell in love with on that website. However, I hesitated a little too long whether I should buy it or not, that by the time I made up my mind I did want it, it basically sold out. So essentially what I wanted to do was I had to go back on YSL and just kind of look at all the handbags that they had. My general idea of what I was looking for in a handbag, I wanted it to be white. I wasn't sure if I wanted it to be just like normal leather material or if I wanted it to be like that alligator embossment. I really liked both of the styles. I just wasn't sure which one. So I ended up falling in love with the Uptown clutch. I'll go ahead and insert a picture here. I wasn't sure whether I wanted it in alligator or if I wanted it just in regular leather. But after looking at a couple YouTube reviews on the Uptown clutch with the regular leather, I saw that it actually kind of leaves like an imprint from like your phone or your keys. So I didn't want that to happen. So for that reason, I decided I was going to go for the alligator one. But the downside of it was that it was sold out online. And online it said that they only had it in the San Diego store here in California and in San Francisco. So San Francisco is like hours and hours away from here, and San Diego is like 3 hours away from here from where I personally live. So for me, the closest store is the one in Rodeo Drive. And I figured, you know what, one of these days I'm just going to go to the store and just kind of take a look around and see what I find. Fast forward to a couple weeks later, I ended up walking into the YSL store in Rodeo Drive. Now, full disclosure, because I did go during the pandemic, I was very cautious but also very hesitant to go. One, because of course there is a pandemic going on, but two, also because I didn't want to be exposing myself. So I chose to go strategically an hour before they closed because I figured it'd be the time that there would be less people. And thankfully for me, the moment I drove up in Rodeo Drive, it was basically ghost town. There wasn't anyone there. I mean, a couple people here and there, but in general it was pretty empty. And the moment I walked into the store, you know, security's always up in the front. They gave me some hand sanitizer. So thankfully for me, it was just myself in the store and of course the sales associates that work there. So as soon as I walk in, this very super generous sales associate comes up and asks me, hey, do you have any questions? His name is Troy. And he's like, if you have any questions, like, let me know. And I said, you know what, I do. I wanted to know if they had the Uptown clutch handbag in stock. And he said, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and take a look. So I'll insert the handbag here. So while he's looking for the bag, I'm just kind of browsing around the store. And I ended up looking at the card holders because I knew I was going to get the card holder, but the card holder was going to be dependent on which bag I ended up buying. So I was very unsure in regards to the card holder, but I'm going to go ahead and make a separate video on the card holder itself. But back to the regular handbag, he goes and he comes back, he says that it looks like they have it in stock, they just somehow can't find it. So they end up taking their time looking for it, and eventually they find it. However, as I'm looking through the store, I see that a lot of the white handbags have scuffs and marks on the bags. So I was very disappointed by that, and that was just to say just the white handbags, not the black ones, not the dark ones, just the white handbags had little scuffs and marks on them, and that just really broke my heart because I knew that I wanted a white handbag and I knew that's what I was going in for. But after seeing that even the ones that they had in display already had scuffs and marks on them, I wasn't going to be paying so much money for a handbag that already had scuffs and marks in them. So for that reason, I ended up deciding to go for the color black. Now, here is the purchase bag that they gave me, you know, at the time of my purchase at Rodeo Drive, and I'm gonna go ahead and open this up to show you guys, my handbag. Okay, so here, as you guys can see, here is the Saint Laurent box that it comes in. I did remove already the little ribbon that it came with. I wasn't able to put it back on. I really just didn't want to struggle putting that back on here just for the video. So this is a box that the handbag comes in. As soon as we go ahead and open the box, first thing it comes in there, you know, this is what it looks like from the inside. We have the beautiful bag inside the dust bag. So if we go ahead and grab this, go ahead and pull this from this dust bag. Here, as you can see, it says the logo Saint Laurent. And so here is the baby. I'll go ahead and zoom that in so you guys can take a better look. So this is the front. And then this is the back of the handbag. And then this is the side, top, and front. So this is the baby I ended up going for when I chose to buy this handbag. Now, there's a couple of reasons why I ended up opting for this one. Number one, I ended up buying it in black for the reasons like I mentioned already. Now, reason number two why I chose this bag in specific is because you have your chain in here. So let me show it up close from the inside. So this is what it looks like on the inside. This is what it looks like when you open it. So if we go ahead and pull out the chain from in here, this is basically what the handbag looks like with the chain. I love it because it can be used as a clutch, it can be used as a crossbody, or it can even be used with the chain a little bit shorter. So what my sales associate informed me was, obviously you have the traditional bag with the chain. What you can do is you can also go ahead and crisscross the chain inside as so, like this. So you cross it from one side, you cross it from the other side, and then at this point it makes the chain a little bit shorter. So you have the option to basically make the chain a little bit shorter, or if not, you also have the option to just use it or style it as a clutch. So you can hide the chain inside the bag, or you also have the option to remove the chain. So this is a removable chain, and I'll go ahead and show you guys that a little bit up close. If you can see on there, the chain is completely removable, so you can go ahead and remove that as well, and then just use it as a regular clutch. So you have different ways in which you can use this handbag. Thus far I have not used it yet, but I do want to say that I am genuinely very happy with how everything just turned out. I'm super happy at the time I chose to go to because there was no one in store. I felt like the sales associates really paid attention and really cared to what I was looking for. I really appreciate Troy for going ahead of his way to help me find the perfect bag, because initially when I walked in there, I was looking for, I'll go ahead and insert a picture of the type of clutch I was looking for. And eventually I ended up, with this one, which is, I feel, so much better than what I was actually looking for in the first place. So basically, yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, honestly, I'm super happy with my purchase. I don't have any regrets. I'm really happy about it. I'll go ahead and put in the link down below, you know, this style handbag that I ended up purchasing, so that way you guys can have, if you guys are interested, you guys can go ahead and take a look at that, you know, on their YSL website. If not, you can also go ahead and look in consignment stores like the Real Real. I know that there's different websites out there, but the one I personally like the most is checking out the Real Real for luxury designer items. Some of them may be pre-owned, but some of them are in really pristine conditions. Other ones that have been used, so you know, it tells you in detail exactly the condition in which the handbags or the item that you're looking for is. Now, if you guys did enjoy this video, I hope you guys give it a big like. I'm going to be posting next week my purchase of YSL for the card holder, which is very similar to this one. So if you guys are interested in checking that out, don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys here next week.